Here I go. I'm going to get in the hot tub. Lord. Ooh, ah. Welcome to another edition, Friday, of the Vape at 5. Today is the Vape Hot Tub. We have an extremely special guest today. Miss Spring G. Vape. God, why am I messing up? Spring UGA Vape Girl. Holy cow. It's been a long... I didn't
mess it up.
I must have started it wrong.
You still screwed it up.
I did. Should we start over again? You want to start over again?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me stop it. I'm kidding. Spring, how in the world? I just call you Spring. That's why.
There you go. That worked.
Spring, Vaping, UGA girl. Good to see you, Spring. How are you, hon? What's going on?
I am wonderful. I'm honored to be here. Thank you for having me.
We are super excited to have you on today. We're both obviously big fans, so it's great to see you on here. You've got so much going on that we're going to get into. I'm also going to ask you some very personal and intrusive questions today. I hope you're okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
You're okay with that? All right. Well, we're gonna get to the nitty gritty of Spring today. What are you vaping on, Spring?
Today I have the UL Soulkeeper with the recurve dual.
Ooh.
Nice.
Shout out to Brian Shepard for just the tip. I have that with some Gorilla Custard Strawberry.
Nice.
Of course, I have my Jackaroo kit.
How do you like that Jackaroo?
I love it.
Have you dropped it? Have you caused any damage to it and it just won't stop?
I mean, I've dropped it, but nothing happened to it. I mean, it didn't even put a ding in it. And
Wow.
As far as the sub-on, that's probably my top 2 sub-on thing.
Can I see it again real quick? I just want to see it one more time. And that's all like super, it's like a hard rubber casing?
Yes, it's got that rubberized feel to it. You've got the recurve Squonk mod.
I've never used it, but I have one. I gave one away, and I have another one to give away, but I don't. Yeah. It's the same material?
The same feel to it to me.
Okay. Very
I love it. I've got the Gorilla Fruits grape in that. Really like that grape. And of course, we all know. Well, some know. Y'all might not know, but I have a pod problem. I like pods. I just got me the Smoant Pasito yesterday.
Nice.
Some Sad Boy Key Lime Cookie. So yeah. Hello to everyone in chat. In case you don't know who I am.
This is Spring Vaping Girl.
Yep.
Charlie, what are you vaping on, brother?
Let's see. Shout out to Vaping Fagan out there. He came by to see Spring on the show.
What's up, Fagan?
Hi. What's up, Mark?
I'm vaping on the Snow Wolf Rocket pod system.
Rocket Man?
The Locket.
Locket.
Yeah, like with the speech impediment. The billet box. A topside carbon with the recurve dual and a heavy tip. That's my go-to daily banger, man. That recurve dual, I can't get enough.
Recurve dual.
The magenta topside carbon with the pink Jenna. And I just got this in this week that's freaking beautiful in person. The Diamond Light Carbon Coated Jenna Special Edition with my Polished Ultim.
That Polished Ultim is so beautiful, man.
Dude,
I wish more mods would come out in that.
You can kind of see it. The finish on this DLC is like black, but also it's like a freaking jewel or something. It's crazy, like JEWEL, not JUUL, but it's gorgeous. I want to buy some more Diamond Light Carbon stuff because the finish is amazing.
I wondered what he meant by that when he was saying it's the D. I had no clue what he was talking about when he was.
Yeah, they use
talking about it.
They use it on like high-end watches and some parts for things we can't talk about on YouTube and knives and things like that. It's supposed to be invincible, like can't beat it up when it's on a watch or something like that. So hopefully it doesn't scratch up.
You know who else is invincible?
Who else is invincible?
Have you seen the Angry Bagel guy?
I have seen the Angry Bagel guy.
The Angry Bagel guy. Have you seen the Angry Bagel guy, Spring?
I have not.
You haven't lived. You got to see the Angry Bagel guy. It's the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. And then he does like a 9-minute interview after that. He talks about he's a prophet. He compares himself to Martin Luther King. Fantastic. It's literally, I was choking. I was laughing so hard at him. It's awesome.
I'll have to look that up.
Look up the Angry Bagel Guy. All right. Well, Charlie, thank you. I've got something new. I got the I got the new Turk. This is Turk V2, but this is the red cap. He made a red and a gold cap, powder coated. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then when he was on the show, when he was on the show before, we were talking about the tailpipe drip tip, and he made a piece for this one with the tailpipe drip tip. So I've got the red carbon. Of course, I got my top side, which is like my all day, every day. But I have a red mod problem, so this is red. So that red Turk top cap, it's powder coated and it's a gorgeous finish. It's not like your typical. It's really nice.
Yeah,
he did
not
a
like
really good job.
Red coating that you see on an RDA.
Yeah, he did it with that. And I'm not a big fan of gold decks. I was talking to him about that, but with the red with the gold looks really nice.
Yeah,
it does. Absolutely. All right, let's say hi to some people in chat. We said hi to Vaping Fagan. What's up, Mark? How you doing, man? Good to see you, brother. Got Jane Dodd in the chat. Hello, Jane. Tracy's in the chat. Hello, Tracy. Todd Black. Veronica Gibson's here. Oh, no. Oh, no. Veronica's here. I can't believe I gave Veronica a wrench. That was a fucking mistake. That was a huge boo-boo. What tick, Mike, my brother? What's up, dude? How you doing? Chessie, how you doing, hon? Good to see you. Hope you're feeling better, Chessie. Miss you. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Dustin Kendall, my brother. What's up? How you doing? Gary Schroth, how you doing, Gary? Great to see you, man. Tommy to the motherfucking V. Faber's in the house. Scott Zegan, yo. What's up, Scotty? How you doing, man? Addie Tooney in the house. What's up, Addie? Good to see you. Vaping for Life, Jen. Good to see you, Jen. How are you, hon? Thank you. Big G. What's up, Big G? Oh, my God. Are you guys paid by TVC to use those top sides? You fucking... We look... The money does. First off, thanks, Mark, for the $20. You're fucking awesome, dude. I really appreciate that. But let me tell you that any money handled by TVC, who's it handled by, Charlie?
I take care of all the money.
No, Amy Relish handles all the money in that relationship. I can guarantee that.
I thought you meant once we get it. Yeah, I think
Brian's relationship's a lot like mine. I think his wife handles everything.
Yeah, I don't use anything unless I'm paid for it. Like you should know. I mean, the checks that Jay Hayes writes me to rep the Jenna like I do, it's freaking amazing. There's no coils in here, but man, he pays well. So.
No, man, I'll tell you, dude. This is literally. I mean, I've had some really good mods in my day. This is up there with any of them. I mean, I've been using it since right after the first of the year, and I haven't. I mean, I'll go in and out with some mechs, but pretty much I go back to this for every day. That's just what I do. But yeah, thank you, Mark. I appreciate it, man. That's awesome of you. Addie Tooney, how you doing? Subaru, good to see you. Mr. Pebble, how are you, sir? Great to see you. Big G, I said Big G right before I got the mic. How you doing, Big G? Good to see you. Jeff Lawson in the house. What's up, Jeff? Good to see you. Your day. He said his dog's in chat. His dog was in chat last night. Dave Flowers, good to see you, brother. How are you doing? Kim Dixon, hey, Kim. How are you? Cal's Irons, man, with $1 million swivel. Good to see you, Cal. See, I think I got there. Mad Viking, what's up, brother? How you doing? And Raymo to you. What's up, Raymo? Good to see you, man. Negans and Sons. All right. Spring. It's super glad. Now, we've been pestering you for months to get you on here. You didn't want to come in the hot tub. You said your bathing suit. You didn't have your bathing suit ready.
Well, it's like I said many times. Me in a bikini, people are going to be like Phoebe on Friends going, my eyes, no. You know, so...
You should have seen me on vacation. I was I was the epitome of like the ugly guy at the pool. That was me.
If I'm on vacation, it's fair game. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you, if you don't want to see me in a bathing suit, then do not come where I'm at on vacation. Because I don't care who's around.
Scott was freaking burnt to a crisp.
I was burnt up. I was wearing sunblock for like 50. It was like literally like I had a winter coat on when I was out by the pool. I had so much sunblock on, I was like white. Literally, I was painted.
Wow.
Yeah. And I ate bacon with every meal. That's the thing I'm most proud of. I ate bacon with every single meal the entire time I was there. It's an accomplishment. Well, Spring, no, super glad to we start out here every week with something that we like to call funny news, weird news. We think it's funny. I think you're going to think it's funny. Charlie, what do you got this week?
Actually, I had some really crazy news, but it's going to be our topic on the show. It's going to cover it. So I'm not going to go over the crazy news today. Well, and also my one piece of crazy news was about Scott's hometown, and he got a little offended but heard about it.
I did.
We're
My
not gonna
ass hurt so bad.
I'll put that up on Patreon.
So the Union County Fair is this week. Spring, do you like fairs? You go to fairs?
I don't. I used to.
You're from Georgia? You don't go to fairs?
Not really. The ones around here, every time the fair comes to town, it rains. So you're just walking around in mud, and I don't go.
I go to fairs. I like fairs. I like fairs. I like the food at fairs.
I like the funnel cakes.
I eat funnel cake sandwiches while I'm there, typically. I do. I'll get 2 of them. I'll spend like $30 at the fair just on food. Just gyro, then go get like a cheese on a stick is one of my favorites. Elephant ear. If they got elephant ears, it's a fucking wrap. I will eat an elephant ear in a second. But anyway, they messed up our sign. Our sign says it's the 23rd. 23rd through the 26th.
With the TH.
With the TH. They didn't get it right. It's Union County, Ohio. What can you do?
What's your favorite deep fried thing on a stick?
My favorite what?
Deep fried thing on a stick. Like
deep fried
Snickers or Oreos or deep fried butter. What do you like from the fair, Scott?
Me?
Yeah.
Deep fried Oreos. That did nothing compared to deep fried Oreos, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so fucking good. It's ridiculous. They're like chewy, sugary with powdered sugar on them. Oh my God. Veronica likes them too. We can fuck up some deep fried Oreos.
I'm trying to think. I think I've tried those at a restaurant, but they weren't on a stick.
You don't need a stick. You can eat without a stick.
Yeah, fried Oreos. And I've had some good ones at restaurants. Unfortunately, when they had them at Huddle House, they probably weren't very good, but I missed out on them. I went to get the damn things and they were already gone.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. All right, Spring. So, how long have you been doing YouTube? About a year now?
Yeah, February was a year.
So February. God, you've been doing it almost around the same time I have. Right around there. I think I started my channel like right in February, March, like right in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a year for me after. So I've been going. Oh, you started this February?
Yeah, this past February was a year.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then you're about the same. You're about the same amount of time. What brought you over to YouTube? How long have you been vaping before you decided to do a channel?
I've been vaping since 2011. Honestly,
wow.
my brother told me that I was going to be an ant, and so I decided I wanted to be the ant, was able to run around in the yard with him and have fun and be here. And a friend of mine had told me about vaping, and I just told him to tell me more. And so he got me the Ego Tea with the little plastic juice thing, cartomizer, you know. Well, you got 2 of them in a pack, and it was like $100. So I started out on that with some Red Bull juice. So I was smoking a pack a day and drinking a 20-ounce Red Bull a day when I quit, and I quit both of them at the same time.
Can I don't want to pry, but how old were you when you were doing that? Just out of curiosity. I want to compare your life to mine, kind of.
Well, 2011, so about September be 8 years ago. And I'm 43 now. Okay,
so you and I are relatively the same age. And I know, it's like how bad that is for our health. Like that combination of like those fucking caffeine drinks and smoking on top of that is just, I mean, it's like literally almost like eating yourself to death almost in a way, like putting stuff in your body is going to kill you.
Oh, absolutely. I weighed 250 pounds then. And so
wow.
Really, it's amazing that I didn't have a heart attack, honestly. Let's be honest.
That is, yeah. And have you noticed, when you first quit, did you notice a lot of changes?
I always had a habit of, I would have heartburn every night. I was taking Pepsi Complete every night for heartburn. I would wheeze at night when I laid down to go to sleep, and it'd make me mad because I could hear myself. But I just couldn't quit. I smoked since I was 14, so it was 20 years. And vaping is the only thing that got me off of it. I had tried Chantix. I quit a year and a half, went to the beach, decided I wanted to smoke again. I had tried Wellbutrin, tried the patch, but the patch was too much because I didn't smoke enough, I guess, for the patch.
Mm-hmm.
The gum, I tried it. I literally tried everything out there, but vaping was the only thing that kicked it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. And so you started your channel about in February. What made you decide you wanted to start a channel?
I actually, honestly, I did not know that there were reviewers out there. And I just Googled something one day and YouTube popped up, Twisted 420. I don't even remember what I Googled, but he was the first reviewer that I had found on YouTube. And then I found all you lovely people. And I had talked it over with Tash, and I was like, I'm thinking about doing a channel, but I don't know if that's what I want to do. I don't know if I could do this, because you're literally in front of a whole bunch of people. But everybody,
not really, not here. You're not.
Yeah, you
Some
are.
channels you are.
You put yourself out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people, there's more behind it than I thought. I didn't realize that there was a lot to it, literally. But it was just something that I wanted to do because people had asked me about vaping the whole time I've been doing it. So I was like, why not go on there and tell them what I think, or what if this device is worth buying.
And that's really, there's reasons why people start channels, right? And I think the real negative side of that is people start channels because they want free stuff, and they think just because I have a channel and I'm reviewing that I should get free stuff, or just because I have a channel and I'm reviewing, like the big reviewer should pay attention to me. Well, that's not how it works. Like, I started a channel for a reason. Like, I honestly started a channel just to do like recovery and building stuff. Like, I didn't even plan on reviewing things. And then I got the opportunity to review things because I had a little bit extra money and then some things got sent to me. But, I think you have to start it for the right reasons. You know what I mean? Starting it for monetary gain, like you're so far away from getting to monetary gain on YouTube when you start. You're like literally years away. Years away, if you're lucky even. So
those people usually drop off real quick because it doesn't take far before they see that it's the opposite. It's like when you come in early, you've got to prove yourself harder to the other reviewers, and nobody's just going to send you free shit.
And you got to get your name out there. You've got to go and what I did, I started going in you guys' chat, and say, hey, how are y'all? And just kind of talk to people and get to know people, the regulars that are always there. I kind of put myself out there. It was like, hey, I'm here, let's talk.
And to me, that's a big part of it. And it also helps, at least with me, when I watch people, I want to see someone that's kind of connected to our community. When a channel pops up, I want to see interaction there besides just when they pop up with a video every now and then. So in my opinion, that networking and being a part of the community, it is a benefit in itself.
I think with the ability to go live versus recorded videos, if you're going to do a bunch of recorded videos, which really helps grow your channel tremendously.
Right.
I think you get more, I'm almost positive you get more views with recorded videos than you do with lives.
Oh yeah.
You do the recorded videos, but doing a live every once in a while and being in chat, supporting other channels. And I don't know, I kind of see that as like doing it the right way. You know what I mean? Yeah. Do it the right way. Grow your channel organically, get to know people, and work hard. Put up lots of videos. You got to constantly be putting content up, which you do. Spring, I've been subscribed to your channel for a while now. You stay pretty regular on your uploads.
Yeah, it's very. Yeah, Spring's constantly got stuff going on.
How much does it? Now, I don't want like a dollar amount, but is it expensive to keep up with product? Do you find it a problem to you're not going to get the product first, because that's going to go out to the people that are connected to the companies and things of that nature, or the higher reviews. Do you find it hard to keep up?
I do, and I pick. Things have changed for me a little bit in the past 6 months, but like for instance, the top side when it first came out, I pre-ordered it for a reason, because I wanted to have it first off because I can't stand juice on my hands, so I wanted to try it out. I thought it was a genius idea. So, you know, I just kind of look at different ones that I think that would be good for me, and I'll go and get those. But I also, and a lot of people might not know it, but like around the holidays, these websites, they'll do special deals.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I wait and buy my big thing sometimes then to save a little money, so that throughout the rest of the time I can buy little things. Not
Yeah, I do that too with stuff catching sales, and Spring and some of the other reviewers do something that I've always recommended people do for a while, and that's swap gear. And if something's not really for you, send it to someone else and let them try it out. And it goes back and forth. Same with juices and that kind of thing. So I always advocate that. I think that's a good idea. It helps everybody out.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Even when you're like a mid-level reviewer or YouTuber, just like the big guys help us out, we owe it to the community to give back to the smaller guys that are coming up. So that's one thing I like about the equipment trading and helping each other out with equipment, because it's expensive to keep content up all the time and keep equipment coming in, because you've got the cost of your channel and your camera equipment and your recording stuff, plus all the equipment that you're getting to do reviews on. Plus you still got to support your own vaping stuff. So it's a lot.
It really is. I mean, it's a heck of an investment. And I'll tell you, there's very little return, especially first, man. At first, like when you're first going live and trying to build an audience and trying to find out what your niche is going to be in the community, you know what I mean? And it's a lot of work. And I mean, that I think that's what you talk about when people drop off who don't do it for the right reasons. That's when they start dropping off, because they're like, well, I'm not getting anything back. You know, I'm not going to spend this money. Well, you got it. Like you said, all your equipment, like microphone, camera, computer. Like I had to buy a computer. Like I didn't have a computer or anything, so I just had my work one. I had to buy all that stuff. That's all out of pocket. You know? Yeah,
I just dumped money into one. For me, I think the rest of my parts are coming in tonight. I'm gonna build one. I'll never, with me getting in the game when I am, I'll never see the return on that stuff. But it's what I enjoy doing.
Yeah.
And I have fun with my friends like you guys. So.
And Spring, you've done like, I think the really great thing that you have a group of people, the Rising Vapors, your show, that you guys all work together and kind of help each other out with equipment and things like that.
Oh yeah. I mean, the team, the Rising Vapor, them guys, I couldn't do it without them. They always say it's me, but I'm telling you what, those three guys right there, they're amazing. I couldn't ask for a better team. We talk every day. You know, we discuss different things. We help each other when needed. You know, it's fantastic. I'm blessed. Honestly.
Absolutely. You can't do it alone. It's nearly impossible to do it alone. You have to have people in the community that you can count on, and that you can turn to when you have questions on things and help with things and all that.
Absolutely, and the community. I mean, our followers. I hate to call them followers. Our friends, honestly, I've met some fantastic people. I'm just going to tell you, I've walked around here with my friends that live near me, and I'm like, look at this. And they're like, okay, what's the big deal about that? But now I have a community that I can say, hey, guess what I got coming in? And they're like, oh, that's badass, that's awesome. So it's different to talk to people that know what I'm talking about. Rather than, hey, you got some juice? Yeah, go look in the drawer. Go get it. Whatever.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, Jen said I used to appear on a lot of lives building coils. I used to. I would just go on live shows and build coils and do stuff like that, like trying to just like get to know people and things like that. But getting to know people and having like, once you I think once you establish yourself in the community a little bit, and then giving back to the community is big too. And I don't mean like like team free shit stuff, but giving back, like doing things for the community and helping out with things as much as you can. I mean, that's what this community is really about, that. And it's also a very accepting, and like there's really not, everybody just is their own person here, which is really, really nice. And it brings, the only thing that we have in common really is that we all quit smoking. That's the only thing we have in common.
Yeah.
And so it brings a lot of different people together. And and really everybody is so accepting. Like there's very few people in this community who aren't like that, who aren't accepting and friendly with people.
I agree with that. Most of this community is accepting, and they're very nice and generous. And, you know, I mean, but everywhere you go, I mean, even the job you do every day, you know, you've got one or two at the most, you know, but I'm very happy to be part of the community, and I plan on sticking around for a long time, honestly.
Absolutely. Me too.
I enjoy what I do.
What do you think is the hardest part of being a content creator on YouTube, Spring?
You have to have thick skin. You cannot be a thin skin person.
Yeah.
Because people will eat you alive if you are.
Yeah, you show weakness, those trolls are coming at you.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's right.
I would probably say that. You know, don't take any offense. Don't take any offense to what people may say or people may do, or if you lose a sub here and there. Yeah, it took me a while to figure that out. And then I was just like, you know what? Okay. Yeah. It'll be all right. So that, and just, I mean, it's not a cheap thing to be a hobbyist, because I consider myself a hobbyist now.
Yeah, I do too. I can never, can you ever see yourself not vaping?
No.
You ever think about that? Like maybe just one day, just I'm not going to vape anymore.
No, I mean, I can see
I
myself
either.
going to zero Nick, probably. Yeah, because I vaped zero Nick and it didn't bother me one bit. Because I'm a flavor chaser. I got to have that flavor, and the less Nick you have, you know, to me, the more flavor you get.
You do. Yeah, it changes it. Absolutely. I just absolutely love nicotine. I mean, I love it. I love the relaxing. I love salt Nick. That's my problem. Is I'm literally addicted to salt Nick.
Yeah, I like nicotine, and in general, salt Nick sometimes. Although I've been using rocking the 12 milligram. What is it that I'm using right now? The Paradigm Wicked Berry 12 milligram. It gives me a better throat hit than the 45 salt Nick that I run sometimes. I've just been really happy with it. So I like salt Nick, but nicotine in general, salt Nick's not that different besides being smooth.
Yeah.
In my opinion. And I like the throat hit.
I think the salt Nick gets in your system quicker. I don't know. I get like a feeling from it that I used to get from a cigarette, and that's what got me.
Yeah.
I hit it and I feel that, like, I don't know, maybe a warm calmness for a little bit. And that's like that feeling is what got me with it. And I'm like, oh my God, I love this shit.
I think what really got me on them is because, you know, most workplaces consider vaping smoking.
Yeah.
So I use pods all day long at work. I don't take my bigger devices to work. I just use my little pod system that you don't know I have. That's, to be honest with you. So, and I'm like you. I can take a few off of the salt Nicks and I'm good. I don't have any.
Yeah, I with my career that's in the legal field, a lot of times I'm either in buildings where we'll be on like the 40th or 50th floor and you have to go all the way down 2 elevators and go outside to smoke, or I'll be in a courtroom where you can't just get up and leave. So for me, that's where the pods come in really handy, because I can get a nice dose of nicotine between when I can catch my breaks or in a stealthy area.
Mm-hmm. Vape Ross Vape with a little bit of super chat love. Thank you, Vape Ross Vape. He says, my channel is Baron, and I am a sweetie pie. He's a sweetie pie.
Yeah.
He's very sweet.
A pillar of the community.
Vape Ross Vape is a pillar of the community. Like, I don't think I've ever, like, anywhere you go, everybody loves Vape Ross Vape. Everybody loves him. That's a great name. Vape Ross.
Yeah, I think it is too. It's catchy. And once I heard Fresh do the little dance, now I do it too when I see him in chat when no one's watching. So.
I used to do that too. Vape Ross Vape. I don't know how to do it. So we're gonna get a little. Should we get a little? Is this gonna be drama? Is this gonna be considered drama, Charlie? What we're gonna do right now? Let's get the drama going.
Fine, let's fire up the drama.
I don't know if this is drama or not. It's more advocacy stuff.
Let me go post on Facebook that we're attacking people and get into drama.
Do not do that. Do not do that. Do not do that. My views are going up immediately. Word. My views are going up. Like people are trying to log in. I'm gonna have 1,000 people watching here in a minute. No, so the one thing we want to talk about is the FDA's done, or excuse me, there's been some laws passed. Now, one thing that we can talk about is in Ohio, a 10-cent. Well, we just went 21. So 21 is passed. It's going to be started, I believe, next month, and then the 10-cent per milliliter tax went into effect. That goes into effect next month. Both of them passed this week, or they were signed by the Governor DeWine this week. Something I did that Charlie set me on to, or turned me on to, was I actually called Mike DeWine's office, Charlie. You gave me his number, and I actually reached out to him and just left him like a, I don't know, 15-second voicemail. And what I was told the voicemail was filling up. Like they had to keep
all day. Yep, it was.
So many people were calling, and just left them a 15-second, like, hey, I know you got to, I understand you probably got to sign this today, but could you please look into this technology and understand that this is really saving people's lives, and and things like that. I can't remember exactly what I said. Veronica was there when I was talking to him. Hey, Nick Devine's in chat. What's up, Nick? Kurt Hampel, how you doing? D-Bone, what's up? Bunch of people.
D-Bone.
Al Ben, Clint, what's up? So I think that, just doing something like that literally took me a minute total from start to finish. Hit dial, got the voicemail. I didn't expect to speak with him. That's not
right. Yeah.
But leaving a voicemail and just getting, if not anything else, getting a tick onto their check sheet that another person called, wanting him to look at it to try to change his mind.
Yeah, and so basically, in a nutshell, what happened was Ohio brought in this vapor tax, and I think it's Ohio Vapor Trade Association. I follow James Jarvis, who's an amazing advocate. I follow his Facebook and things because he's always into things on a state level and a federal level. They've been fighting for 5 years hard against regulation that was tried to be put in place to get rid of vaping. And what happened this year is the governor brought in, while running on a no new taxes, no tax raises platform, brought in a vaping tax at 10 cents a milliliter, which works out to be $12 on a 120 milliliter bottle of juice, which is substantial for vape shop owners. It will put a lot of vape shops out of business. So that was passed in the budget, unfortunately. And then the governor in Ohio has line item veto power, which means once a budget is passed, it goes to his desk. He can go through, and if he chooses, while it may be a political hot topic, he can line item veto the tax, which basically tables it and gets it out of the budget. So when it was passed, everyone made a huge push to contact the governor's office. And that's when I sent Scott the number. So many people called. It was truly amazing to see the outpouring in Ohio. A lot of us in other states sent emails about how it was going to affect the industry, or if people had small businesses that would be affected, they sent that in. And the phone calls were unbelievable. People were having to call back over and over because all the lines at the governor's office would be tied up or the voicemail would be full. So unfortunately, they lost that one. But for me, it was inspiring to see that many vapors come together. And so hopefully when things come up in other states, we can do the same thing before it gets to that point.
What can be done nationally to, the state governments obviously are going to do their own thing. What can be done nationally to kind of get this in front of, some people that could make a difference?
One thing, if it goes into effect federally, if there was a reasonable federal vapor tax that goes into effect, my understanding is it limits the municipalities on things like San Francisco did to ban vaping, because then you interfere with federal tax dollars. And so if there was a reasonable federal tax that's ever to go into place, I'm sure it'll be after the PMTA process on approved vapor taxes, that may actually help us. One problem we're having, though, is that there is people lobbying from big tobacco and big corporations on this per mil tax. And a lot of congressmen, because it's for the children, vote for this tax, but they don't understand that it hits an open vapor system in a 3 or a 6 milligram nic at $12 a bottle, but it only hits a Juul pod at 7 cents. So it's kind of counterintuitive, but the politicians just don't understand that. And they've got a ton of megaphone moms and anti-vaping advocates pounding down their door. And that's why it's important that vapors on a federal level and state by state do everything we can to show our presence, because they need to see the other side of the story.
Speaking of megaphone moms, interesting story. Did anybody watch the Legion on? I think it was Tuesday night or Wednesday. Was it Wednesday night? Did anybody watch it?
It was on Wednesday. It was their typical kind of tear down Tuesday thing, but it was on Wednesday night.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to catch it. It was a really, really good show. If you have not seen it, you're not you don't subscribe to Vaping Legion, you certainly should go back and check it out. It was fantastic. But they talked a little bit about Erin Gray. Is that her name?
Erin Mills.
Erin Mills.
Rice Mills is her full name.
Erin Rice Mills. What all was that about, Charlie?
So Erin Mills has been on the radar with vapors for a month or so. There was some other issues that she first got brought forward on, and she is the stereotypical megaphone mom against vaping. She represents and she stands on the forefront. I don't know if she was a founder of PAVE, which is Parents Against Vaping E-cigs. And this lady, Erin Mills, all she does with her Twitter and pretty much all she does with her Facebook is post anti-vaping stuff. Flavors hook kids. She's real big on flavors hook kids. We're killing the children, so we need to ban vaping. That kind of thing. So what happened was, once she got brought up on the radar, people started watching her feeds and noticed some hypocritical statements. She, as hardcore as she is about flavors hook kids and vaping being dangerous, Juuls blowing up in kids' mouths, which has proven to be false. But anything negative she can post, she posts it like it's news and runs with it. It was noticed that she's a huge fan of fruit-flavored wines and alcohols. So Alan from the Legion went over there and took a photo she had posted of a bunch of fruit-flavored wine in cans and said, you don't think the flavor is appealing to kids that are prone to alcoholism? And she commented back in all caps and said, I'm an adult. Like that was the answer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're all fucking adults too, kind of a thing, So they started digging, and it comes out basically she's married to a guy that was an assemblyman in New York and now works for a company, a big company called Deloitte and Touche. And
Deloitte and what?
Deloitte and Touche.
Touche? Like
douche with a T. Yeah.
Touche. It is like douche. It is. It's very, very close to douche.
Yeah. So,
very close.
All right. Got notification of a shipment. So her husband actually works for this Deloitte and Touche, and one of their big clients is Philip Morris. They do regulatory guidance, regulatory and marketing strategist type things. So this lady who's been posting every second of her life that she can anti-vaping stuff, it turns out that her husband just happens to be tied to Philip Morris, who's trying to solve a big problem of vaping cutting into their budgets. So it put together a lot of the puzzle pieces, and where we think it's just a bored housewife with nothing to do, there's some ties there.
It makes my head just I mean, but it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me, but it's just so people absolutely have no class and no dignity anymore. A lot of people, and it's sad.
I agree.
It's sad.
And I'm a conspiracy guy, but like this kind of thing still blows me away that it happens. And Stephen Garlington was in chat. He'll tell you, I'll usually piece some things together that might be a stretch, but some of this, it beats some of the shit that you see on like a Netflix series or something, the way it all ties back together. And sure enough, all these vapors have been standing up against this mother in a hearing who brings little kids with her and testifies that we're the big evil people that's putting families and children at stake, and we're just out to hook kids as big tobacco. And the whole time her husband's just taking in those paychecks from big tobacco.
I just put her Twitter name into, sorry, Spring. Oh, I'm sorry. I just put her Twitter name into chat. If you want to follow her on Twitter and see some stuff she spews on there. She very rarely replies to comments, but her comments on her posts are brutal. I mean, out of maybe 15 comments, one will be supportive and the rest will be like, you don't know what just supportive of the vaping industry, which is what I always see. It's always like, it's always like 7-8 to 1 pro vape on all these comments.
Yeah. And that's really what we've got to do. When you guys, I would appreciate it if you guys could follow her. It's, NYS Mom for Kiddos. BlackCat posted it in her Twitter handle, and her name on Facebook is Erin Mills. But this is the kind of thing that you just need to be prepared for. The Legion said it best: when you're up against people in these hearings that are determining the fate of our industry, you need to know what you're facing, and you need to be able to combat it and point out some of the hypocrisy in the system. So
that's what we need. We need somebody on the table up there that knows what they're talking about, that knows about the vaping industry. Because my thoughts are, where was this woman when I was 14 and smoking cigarettes?
Right.
Where was that then? I don't want any child smoking, vaping, dipping, whatever. I mean, all of us are like that. We are against underage vaping. But we like flavors too. I mean, Viking said that in chat, adults like flavors too. You got alcohol that's got flavors. You got cigars that have flavors. Dip has different kinds of flavors nowadays. So
for a while.
Yeah.
Well, and my thing is, everybody that I knew, I was actually one of the last ones to start smoking, kind of out of my generation and group of friends. But everybody that I knew in high school smoked, and none of those cigarettes were flavored. It wasn't because they tasted good. It was because we were rebellious and wanted to break the rules, and we liked smoking and liked the nicotine.
Yep.
I mean, you could make it taste like a donkey's asshole, and kids would still pick it up and go for it.
Absolutely. It had nothing to do with the flavors at all.
Not about the flavors at all.
You wanted to be a kid.
Yep. That's the one thing that they know they can hit us with is women and children. It happens all the way from things when they're starting wars between countries to local political hearings and political agendas. So we need to be ready to fight it. And I covered it real basic in a nutshell. Alan did an amazing job, but you should really go watch the Legion's episode.
It's really good.
From Wednesday.
There's certain things about political arguments, and the one thing that's unbreakable is the children. I mean, and as soon as you hear, as soon as you hear a politician talking, they're typically manipulating or lying to you, and that's across the board. So don't ever get that twisted. But whenever you hear them bring up children, it means they're losing an argument. And once they bring that up, that's like you have to back off, because what can you can't argue against children, And I
watched one hearing in California, and this probably took place a year ago. They had a girl that was, I would guess, somewhere between 10 and 12 years old, little girl that they pulled from a local school to come up and give a speech against Juul, and they were trying to do a city ban of all vapor products. And this little girl comes up and talks about how all of her friends are hooked on flavors. And she starts talking about different parts of the brain that she can't even pronounce correctly, and how nicotine can warp those parts of the brain. And it's like you can tell this kid's just reading a script. She doesn't even know the words that she's reading off the freaking script. But politicians see that and they're like, well, how can I vote in favor or something? Or how could I not vote against this when there's this little innocent 12-year-old girl standing here in front of me begging me to save a friend?
And it's not even so much their compassion for that 12-year-old girl. Don't get this twisted either, guys. This is not their compassion for that 12-year-old girl. This is their idea of what they need to do to not look bad.
Yeah, it gives them the justification that they need. That's exactly right.
Absolutely. So don't ever think that. I mean, quite frankly,
yeah,
I don't think any of them are doing anything for any good but their own.
No, I mean, I may have posted on Facebook because people need to know about it, but there was an economist in San Francisco who just published an article that said, I can't believe people think that the anti-vaping ban in San Francisco was about children when we have scientific studies that say this ban is going to cause more children to smoke cigarettes than ever have.
It's all about the money.
Yeah. And I can tell you, because I work some around politics and the legal field. And a lot of times when a politician needs to vote for something because that's where his support comes from, or he's supporting a friend whose friend is going to support something for him, that kind of thing, they need justification. So a politician may say, look, it's going to be real hard for me to stand up here and vote for this ordinance or vote against this ordinance when we know it saves lives. So I need you to give me a good reason to vote against it. And then all of a sudden they bring a field trip from school of kids who talk about how bad vaping is, or mothers come in with their children and talk about their lives being at stake and things like that. And it gives them the justification they need. Just like Jim said, a perfect that they're using the kids as pawns.
Sure.
So this kind of thing with paid.
When aren't kids pawns in political environments? That's all they are.
It's all over Facebook, but people need to share that, especially on your personal profiles if you have them that aren't just all vapors, because we need the non-vapors to see the hypocrisy in the system. And there's some really good, I know, I think on James Jarvis's Facebook page, who you should be following because he's an amazing advocate. It's James, Jarvis. And on Alan Davis's page or in the Legion Facebook group, there's already like pictures put together that have her posts and her hypocrisy and her husband's comments all together in one post. You can go grab and just share it and show people what's really going on out there.
So we got a question from Mad Viking, and he asked me. He said, let's see, what do you think made your sub count what it is today in just over a year? Any advice for struggling reviewers? I was blessed in that I was able to start out with Tommy and Yeti, and they already had a audience, and it was a big audience. And then Nick, and those three guys really helped me out with my sub count and really got me up to where I was in. And then really it was just honestly just video after video going every day and just grinding it. And now it's like, I just kind of pick up a few here and there and lose a few here and there. And it's not really growing, the way that I would like it to, but, I still don't feel I'm okay with how it's growing now. I would like it to grow quicker, but my advice to you is to just put up regular content. Put up regular content and stay active in the community. Stay active in the community. And if you can think of something better, like, I've kicked around a lot of ideas how I was going to do my show. I kicked around a lot of ideas, and it's kind of grown into what it is now with how I do it. It's a very systematic thing as far as like, I have my feature on Monday, Tuesday is a show day, Wednesday is my review day, and then Friday is the Vape Hot Tub. And it's like, I just kind of go with that. And then you tweak it as you see fit. What can help is making connections with people that have established themselves. And staying, I'll tell you the big thing to do. And this is my advice to everybody. If you want to start a YouTube channel, don't do drama. Don't do drama. Just leave it at the door. Don't do it. Stick to topics and things that you like. And I'll tell you, in the long run, people will respect you, I think, more so than if you're just kind of bouncing from fire to fire, covering it. You may grow quicker, but you're not going to get substantial growth. So that would be my advice.
You'll get those quick views, but no one's going to take your channel serious in the long run.
People are going to think you're a jerk.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to stay away from. And I'm not saying that anybody is a jerk. I'm not trying to say that at all. But from what I see and just my experience in life is just getting in fights and doing that stuff. I mean, it really doesn't, it ultimately just makes you look bad.
Yeah. We're coming up short on time, but I want to cover two things real quick.
Oh, we got time. Go ahead. We can go a little over if you want.
All right.
Okay with it?
I'm good. I'm good with it.
So one of them is the Barstool video with Matthew Elliott. I'm sure quite a few of us had our patience tested with that. Basically, this guy from Barstool Sports Network went on Fox News on Laura Ingraham, and they portrayed him like he was going to be a real vapor on the show to debate a doctor on vaping issues. And he trolled the shit out of the show and with vapors, talking about his jewel tricks. And we've had problems with him on certain social media forums with things appealing to underage kids. And he popped into the NVE convention that was just in New York last weekend. And he screwed up and caught Matthew Elliott, who's one of our big advocates. He's a member of the Vaping Legion. He kind of fell into advocacy accidentally and became a Legion member. It's a funny story, but he handled himself way better than most would have.
He did.
And he dropped a lot of facts on this guy on Barstool. It's an interesting video to go watch. But the big thing is, last night they were at 1.9 million views. So we've probably crossed 2 million views of Matthew Elliott just tearing this guy to shreds with facts. And
it's beautiful.
There was quite a few trolls and serious anti-vaping people in the comments when the video first came out. And over the last few days, I literally typed responses and dropped scientific links and things until my fingers were sore the first day. Over the last few days, the tide has turned, and we're seeing a lot more pro-vaping comments than we had before.
Great.
And at first, all you saw was link after link of, well, vaping's worse. It's proven vaping's worse than cigarettes. Why would anyone do it? That kind of thing. And we've combated it. But the important thing is it's a platform that went viral with Matthew Elliott giving some information about vaping being more than just cloud competitions and tricksters and punk kids. And we want to try to get the view counts on that video up as high as we can, because that's what helps it spread and be found in the algorithms and become a real issue and a topic. So if you guys could go to Instagram, find Barstool Network, and go watch Matthew Elliott's videos. Be careful with the comments. They may get you kind of fired up and outraged. My girlfriend Jennifer was ready to attack someone reading through the first 10 or so, but we took our time, went through them, responded with facts. But just go watch those videos and get those view counts up if you could.
I think, I don't know if Barstool by editing and only putting up Matthew Elliott's part, if they were looking to make us look like idiots, but it really backfired.
I think they were, and they later posted a longer video of basically the camera footage. They came across Jay Hayes first.
Yeah.
The guy tried to trick Jay, and Jay recognized him immediately. And the guy said, "No, that wasn't me. I don't know who you're talking about." And so Jay pulled out his phone and said, "Dude, that was you. You're right here. You're wearing the same hat and shirt that you were wearing the day you did the interview." So, of course, they were trying to troll us, but it's some good steam in our direction. And I'm I'm glad that the guy didn't show up at NVE at Mohegan Sun when all of us were there, because he probably would have gotten his ass kicked and it would have been a lot of negative media. He may have happened along someone else with a lot worse temper and a lot less foresight. But he happened to catch Matthew Elliott and it worked out in our favor. So I'm going to try to grab the link to that.
I mean,
and I'll drop a direct link in chat.
if you haven't seen it,
The other thing, go ahead.
Brilliant. I mean, Matthew Elliott is absolutely brilliant in it, and does really the most as far as a on-the-spot professional response. And you could tell that he has given this response before to people, you know, and this is something that he actually thinks. This is not made up. He wasn't stumbling over his words. He was saying, this is, you know, you don't want to use that, use this, and it's like, I just thought he did an absolutely brilliant job, and thank God it's out there, because I think that really, honestly, is one of the biggest things that is going to help us is just testimonials from ex-smokers and science and facts. That's the only thing that can save us.
We could have put our heads together and shot a little video of Matthew Elliott, and we couldn't get 2 million views if we fucking stood on our heads and juggled. And this just worked out in our favor. And while it was an attempt to troll, it's the kind of media that people need to see, in my opinion.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we've got to do a couple giveaways here.
Hey, I got one more thing, Scott.
Got one more? Okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I know this advocacy stuff is getting boring, but our industry is at stake. The petition that we've been dropping in the chat, I know Tracy and Addie dropped it earlier in the chat. I dropped it a few times recently. We've had a lot of the guys from our shows, from the live shows, go over there and sign up. If anyone hasn't, go sign up. There's a lot of negativity, and some of the big reviewers say not to fool with petitions. I understand why. We don't want people to not write a letter to their senator because they feel like they did their part by signing a petition. But we really need you to do both. It only takes a second to go sign this petition. And even if the White House doesn't view it or totally ignores it when we hit the numbers, it gives us a whole lot of ammo in a hearing or sitting down with the politician, whether it's on a local level or a state level, to say, look, 100,000 of us got together and we're a force to be reckoned with. We're a voting force to be reckoned with, as opposed to the other side saying, look, we've got 70,000 signatures on a petition, and even amongst the vapors themselves, they couldn't top 10,000. So we really need you guys to go show that we can be a united front and sign that petition. Just know that you need to do more than that. When you get the CASA calls to action, don't think you can get out of it because you signed a petition one time. But go over there and show people. I know we've had people that had technical troubles and go through all kind of stuff to get the petition signed. So for the rest of us, just get over there and sign up. We'll keep dropping the link in chat, and I would appreciate it. And if you win a giveaway today, you better have gone over there and signed that petition already.
On that note, I will say it takes less than a minute.
It does. It literally takes a minute.
Do it, folks.
And your spouse probably wants to sign the petition. There's a few that don't, but most of our spouses or significant others support our vaping and our harm reduction methods helping other people. So have them sign it too.
Absolutely. All right. So we are going to do some giveaways. Now, the first thing we're giving away, 25 pounds, dollars, whatever kind of monopoly money they use in the United Kingdom. I'm not sure what it's called. I think it's called a pound. I don't know. It doesn't weigh anything, but it's called a pound. It's some Shy Tots e-liquid. $25 gift certificate if you have not tried. You know, the one thing that I felt like I've done since I've been doing this show is I have got this Shy Tots e-liquid out to as many people as I possibly can. I absolutely love it. And it is really, once people try it, they keep coming back to it.
Yep.
And that's what's so great about it. When you find something that you really, really, really like, and then you can like spread it out to people that you care about, and then they can try it and be like, oh my God, he's right. It's fantastic. So it makes me really, really proud. Anyway, we're doing a $25 gift certificate for Shy Tots e-liquid. I need a number between 1 and 150 in the chat. Go. I'd like to see that petition get up to like 100,000 signatures. I don't know if that's even possible.
Right.
But God, it would be so nice if
it should be a whole lot higher than it is right now.
It should be. It's at like 8,000 when I checked today. And it literally takes like a minute. You click on it, name, first name, last name, email address. Don't have to comment anything else. That's it.
Yeah, I think it's possible. I mean, most of us vapors, we have significant others or we have friends that vape. Get them to sign it. It literally less than a minute. For sure.
Share it if you can. If all the people that put X1s in chat on the live shows throughout the week would just go sign that petition, we'd probably already be at the number.
I mean, every little bit helps. And the thing about it is, you know, we all have this feeling that somebody else will do it. Well, this isn't really that situation. This is something we have to do, and everybody has to do. I think it should really be the feeling behind it. So, all right, we're gonna go maybe 30 more seconds. It's rigged. It's rigged. Goddamn right. No, I'm kidding. Charlie, you got anything new coming this week? Any new gear?
Not much vape stuff. I'm building a new computer, and I got some of my parts yesterday, and all my other parts should be coming today. I just got fiber internet actually this past weekend, so I've got 1,000 up, 1,000 down now, and I'll have a whole new desktop computer media beast built hopefully by next week.
Nice.
So that's where my vape budget went for the next little while.
You got a IPV mini coming.
Yep.
I grabbed 3 of those the other day for everybody.
I'm stoked about that.
I need to review. I need to get another one so I can review.
Dude, you've been throwing up some killer deals on freaking Patreon. Like,
thank you.
The money you saved me recently has probably paid for 2 months of my Patreon already.
That's my goal.
Amazing.
Is that people who get in, I basically pay for your Patreon with all the deals I get.
Freaking beating deals that I can't beat, and I know guys with wholesale connections.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're doing it.
I have a connection. I'll just leave it at that. I got the Glengarry leads. I have a guy. And he gets all the new stuff. That's what's great. Is I can get all the new stuff now.
What about you? You've been buying any baseball cards?
No, I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed to buy any more baseball cards. Veronica had a flip out. Veronica had a flip out in Walmart. She had a flip out. It was bad. It was scary. I literally walked 30 feet behind her because I was afraid she's going to ram me with.
What happened? She saw you walking towards that aisle at the front of Walmart where the cards are?
I went up and got a pack of Platinum, Bowman Platinum, the new ones. And because there's a really hot card in there that I want to try to get. And I got a box of them. And I came back to the cart with them. And she, from across the way, she saw me walking with them. And I could see the fiery, we call it the demon.
Yeah,
that's why I've nicknamed it. When the demon comes out, the demon came out in Walmart. It was funny. I thought she was gonna start throwing shit. It was bad. And at one point she shook the card and threw it.
I was gonna ask if she flipped the card over.
Almost. I thought
Who's your favorite team?
So did you put the cards back?
Yeah, fuck yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I put them right next to the corn and the goddamn I was like, the fucker's right there. I was like, I'm not even dealing with this. Just try to get her out of there without a freak out. What's the goal? Yeah, that's what I was working on. So I've decided I can't buy any more baseball cards until next year. I'm done for this year. All right, first number is 140, closest to the number without going over, guys. What we're looking for, 27. And the winning number is 132, closest to the number without going over. Let's take a look. 132. 130. I got a 113. Todd Black. 122. Odin. Anybody beat 136? Joe White, just over. 122 or 132. 122's my. I think Odin won it. I think he did. Let me go back and double check. 122. I'm in live chat. Odin's the one who said it was rigged. It's fucking rigged. Odin just won.
He knew it.
He's like, I rigged it for me.
I'm really surprised because I saw Patrick King in here earlier, and I was like, damn, we don't even need to pull the giveaway. Patrick King's in here now, but Yes, I have a better offer.
Congratulations, Mr. Odin. Now, Odin, to receive your prize, you're going to contact ShyTots26 on Instagram. That's ShyTots26, should be following her. Or it is GI.Jane on Instagram. Or you can get with her on Facebook. It is Jane Dodd, D-A-U-D. So contact her, and she will set you up, give you a menu. Demonic is good. You could always get some cat's whiskers. That's what I would suggest. It's the number one e-liquid on the face of the earth. There's no statistical proof that proves it's the number one e-juice on earth. Just my word, and
Believe me, it's the number one e-juice on earth.
I think you would be the one to judge it, in my opinion. I think that's what matters.
I'm a judgy fuck. I'm a judgy fucker. Let me tell you. All right, so we have one last giveaway. To have entered this giveaway, you had to go to our featured builder of the week, which is Adiejnewquay Jones, and do a repost from his pic. The link is below. Repost from his Instagram page with the hashtag Blackcatfam at it is Addy. I can't. Oh gosh, I can't remember his actually Instagram name. Sorry, but you had to repost. If you did not do that, please do not enter this giveaway. For those of you who did this week, which there was a lot of you, please put in a number between 1 and 150. Go now. This giveaway, you have the opportunity to win not only 3 sets of coils. Not only 3 sets of coils, but you're going to win a unicorn RDA with that as well. 25 millimeter or 24 millimeter unicorn RDA, and I believe it is packed. Yes, packed and wicked and ready to go. So that's what you're winning this week, guys. Good luck to everybody. And there's my other ones. All right, cool.
Can I enter this one?
Yeah. Did you repost it?
Yeah.
So there's one set in there, and then there's 2 more sets, and then this is for my Wednesday, which was Hask. Will cost you $3.75 in shipping. So just keeping that. You're also going to get a bottle of Holy Fiber with that, the #1 fiber I've ever used, man. Begged these guys to be my sponsor. Thank you so much to Holy Fiber International. I love you guys. You're going to get a bag of that, and you're going to get a bottle of juice with that as well. I'm throwing in there. So you're going to get an RDA, bag of cotton, 3 sets of coils, and a bottle, probably like a 60 mil or 120 mil of juice. Frank likes the Holy Fiber. I'm glad you like it, Frank. It really is great, guys. I'm telling you, I'm not bullshitting you. This stuff is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I want to get some.
All right, going to give you 30 more seconds.
So I just told Dan, but it was a pain in the ass for me too. If anyone that's not doing these Instagram giveaways and the reposting, if you would like to start, just hit me up on Facebook. My name's Charlie Vape Lab, and I'll help you with getting your app set up to be able to repost. So,
or if you want to repost it on Facebook, you can. You can repost it anywhere. The whole thing behind the reposting of is twofold. One, it is to get the builder some recognition for the time and effort that he's put in, not only for us to give us coils, but all the work that he's done. And 2, it's to grow the hobby. I mean, that's really the main thing of this channel, is to grow the hobby.
Yeah, so, and I like the reposting on Facebook thing, because that lets more people in your network see coil building that may not see it otherwise. So.
Well, we're almost at 8,000 reposts. Wow. 8,000 reposts. We're almost at 10,000 reposts since this show started. That's pretty fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of exposure. You think about that. I mean, it's not comparatively to 1.2 million views, but we're almost at 10,000 reposts, and I think that's pretty fucking significant.
Oh hell yeah! And those guys.
Because then you think all the people that if you think of reposts, but then how many people like that picture or commented? Like all those people are seeing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So everyone's a new instance.
Faber Swaggins is on the show. Shout out to my boy.
I know. What's up, Swags?
Faber Swags is my dude.
Here we go. I love Swags, man. What a great guy. First number, 149. Second number, 24. The third and winning number is 95. 95 is going to be our winner. You're getting a hell of a giveaway. 95, 72, 96, Todd Black, 100.
I was in
72 from Tracy.
I was in top chat the whole damn show.
Charles McLaren the Baron, 92. Charles McLaren the Baron, he's going to be our winner, guys. Charles McLaren the Baron did it again.
Todd was close, 96.
Charles McLaren. Congratulations, Charles. Shoot me 375. It went from 350 to 375. So shoot me 375. I'll have this out to you tomorrow. You're getting the unicorn. 3 sets of coils. There's 1 set of coils already in the RDA and then 2 more in here. And you're going to get a bag of holy fiber, which you're going to love. And you're going to get a bottle of juice. And I'll pick something out real nice for you. I got a whole bin of juice.
Damn, that's a nice freaking package.
Pretty nice. Yeah, you're getting everything you need except the mod and the batteries. Pretty nice. That's how I do it around here. Oh, that's another thing. Viking, have giveaways. That'll help grow your channel.
Yeah.
You have good giveaways.
Swaggins is making me blush.
All right, guys. Spring, would you like to say anything before we get out of here?
I thank each and every one of you for having me on today. This has been an honor, absolutely. And just keep doing what you're doing. I love your show. You know that. I respect you. I respect you both. And I've really, really enjoyed this. It's been great. It's been fun.
Thanks for coming. I appreciate you coming on, Spring. And
throw Spring's link in the chat.
Yeah, for sure. I meant to throw her link in the chat at the beginning of the show, and I forgot.
If you have not subscribed to Spring Vaping Girl, please go over and subscribe now. Amazing content, consistent content, and just an awesome person in the community. Really deserves a sub.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Charlie,
What's
send us
up?
off.
Man, thank you guys for all stopping in today. Our view count was pretty good, so I appreciate you all coming by. Thanks for bringing all your people, Spring. We've actually got some really cool guests that are going to be coming up on future shows, so I hope y'all stick with us. We should have a few really interesting shows coming up. So thanks, everybody. Keep sticking with us. We're going to be here. And I just invested a shit ton of money in a new computer to stream with, so I appreciate you guys sticking with us. Take it away, Scott.
Awesome. Well, hey, Spring, thanks for coming on. I love you, hon. I just adore you, and I wish you all the luck in the world. We're gonna have you back.
Everybody that's been watching, make sure you go over and give Spring a sub. She does amazing content and busts her ass, and she could use the subs. Even if you don't watch her live, the replays are always awesome. So
I want everybody in chat to hit that thumbs up for Mr. BlackCat Whiteface right here.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, I should probably do that.
Hit 34 thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up, folks.
I hit thumbs up on all my videos.
You earned a thumbs up from me today, Scott.
Thank you. You know, we last week, I want to apologize for Tuesday. Really, so what I had been doing is I had been using XSplit, which is another program, to broadcast through Zoom. And I was having a lot of problems with my computer. Today, we just went through Zoom. I think we had a flawless show. I think the viewer count stayed consistent, whereas it was going up and down, I think, a lot just because I was having technical problems. We're eliminating that. That's gone. We're just going to go through Zoom from now on and put on a great show for you guys every Friday. Charlie especially, and I work hard to make this show great for you guys. We really, really appreciate you watching. Next week, we will not have a Vape Hot Tub next week. I am headed to New Jersey to see my daughter. So Friday, I won't be around. So maybe we'll do a little show Thursday. Probably not with Charlie. Probably just be me. Maybe we'll do a little, or maybe me and Charlie will do something, but it won't be an actual Vape Hot Tub. We won't have a guest. So sorry about that, but we'll probably have a Thursday show. If you are a patron, I have a giveaway coming up right after this. So stick around. I'll probably go live on my channel. So I'll be back probably about 10 minutes, and we're doing a giveaway for a Turk V2 full setup, the red new edition here, the powder coated red. We're doing a giveaway for that, so stick around for that, and we'll be back tonight on the YouTubes. You have some fantastic shows. You've got Fresh on tonight. You've got at 8 o'clock. You've got James Franklin's channel, and then at 11 o'clock. Oh, at 10 o'clock you have Vape Stick. And then at 11 o'clock, you have Vaping with Tommy and Friends, or Hanging with Tommy and Friends, Chilling with Tommy and Friends. Make sure you tune into those. I'll be there in the chats to say, hey, love you guys. Hope you guys have a fantastic evening. We'll see you Monday.
Share that petition.
Sign the petition.